very good morning to you, Environment Secretary. Look, the leaked versions, at least anyway,
good morning,
that we've seen so far have been, well, they've had a mixed reception, haven't they, fair to say. Who do you really sort of see this strategy as being targeted towards? Because there's not universal support from the farming industry.
Well, look, I think farmers will welcome this because it sets out very clearly our commitment and ambition to expand our food production in some key areas, notably in the horticulture sector. We're very self-sufficient in this country in things like beef and in milk and lamb and some other products as well. But then there are areas such as tomatoes and vegetables where we could actually be producing far more in this country. And today we set out our plan to do that with grant support for a new generation of glasshouses. And this is a comprehensive strategy, covers a range of other things, including how we can encourage people to eat more healthy diets to deal with the problems of obesity, and of course how we can reduce the environmental impact of our food system.
And with lamb, why do we go to New Zealand looking for more of it?
Well, no, we've always imported some lamb from New Zealand, but the truth is we produce more lamb than we consume in this country. We are a net exporter of lamb. Principally we export it to European markets, but others around the world. New Zealand can't really compete with the UK in our home market. They only use about half of the quota that they're able to at the moment. So, you know, the British lamb industry is one of the biggest in the world, one of the biggest exporters in the world, and I think it'll continue to be so.
Secretary of State, if we are going to, you know, supersize greenhouses and grow much more fruit and vegetables and all that sort of thing, how then, the big question is, where are you going to get people who are going to harvest this sort of stuff?
It's a very important point, and since the Second World War we've always had a seasonal agricultural workers scheme in this country, and the government's very clear that we will have one now because a business like where I'm at today, which is a very large vegetable operation in Cornwall, you know, they employ around 500 people at any one time in the year. Some of them come here temporarily, and it's important they have access to that labour. So today we're announcing that we're increasing the number of visas available under our seasonal agricultural workers scheme from 30,000 to 40,000 staff for this current year. And obviously we'll constantly keep this under review, but it's important that we have access to labour, and we've demonstrated that we recognise that.
Look, you're in the West Country. You'll be all too aware, obviously, of this by-election due to take place in Honiton and Tiverton the week after next. Farming country. And you say that you think farmers will come out in support of this, but a lot of the criticism that I've read has been that farmers say that they are going to be left worse off by this strategy, that they were promised that they would be given full replacements for the EU subsidies post-Brexit, and they don't see that coming their way, and they're simply unable to compete with foreign producers.
Well, look, this government is committed to keep the cash spending on our agriculture budget the same in each and every year of this Parliament as it was when we were in the European Union. Now, we're spending that money differently in some ways. For instance, this year we trebled the amount of money going into grants to help farmers invest in equipment, and 4,000 farmers across this country benefited from that scheme. And we'll also shortly be opening our new scheme, the Sustainable Farming Incentive, that's going to reward and financially incentivise farmers for the work that they do to improve the health of their soils, which is obviously crucial to the profitability of any farm enterprise. So the money's there. We're spending it slightly differently. We're spending it better than the old EU schemes, which were basically a subsidy for land ownership that made no sense.
Be clear, on that basis, then, you think the strategy will actually help your case in this upcoming by-election, which has been widely sort of seen as being doomed in terms of the Conservatives regaining it?
Look, we've got a fantastic candidate in Tiverton and Honiton in Helen Herford, and I visited her about a week ago, and I think she's a very strong candidate. She understands the issues locally. She was a teacher who grew up there, but has also been meeting lots of farmers. I actually think that we've got a great candidate there. We're fighting very hard, and I hope that we're going to win that seat.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows, and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.